Well, Collin, you played so beautifully the first 2 days, and you played well today. How would you compare this round to the previous two?
Just kind of the same as the first two. Just gave myself a lot of opportunities, kept it in front of me. Had to make a few more par saves, and but that's just part of playing golf for 4 rounds. Is you're going to have some kind of ebbs and flows, and we were able to make some putts today, which was nice.
Let's talk about your putting again. You're putting so well. How much freedom does that give the rest of your game, knowing that if you do happen to make a mistake here, that you can maybe make up for it with your putter?
Yeah, like I said yesterday, it's really fun to have the putter out, and whether it's from 5 feet, 10 feet, 30 feet, I feel like I'm giving myself a chance right now, and if not, we're having pretty good speed, and that's kind of the goal for tomorrow, is just keep that speed up and just kind of continue that, because it's been pretty stress-free for the most part on a lot of my putts, and that's what you want to feel.
You have a large lead. You have a 6-shot lead. Does that give you comfort?
No. I mean, on this golf course, there's a lot of birdie opportunities. I think there's a lot of low scores out there. I think the wind's going to calm down, and when the wind's down out here, the scores keep going lower and lower. So, I wouldn't say comfort's the right word, but it's always nice to have a 6-shot lead, I'll tell you that.
Final thing, what do you need to be committed to tomorrow to ultimately get this win?
Oh, just everything. Got to stick to what I've been doing. If I just continue what I've been doing, we're going to give ourselves a good chance. So it's just, take it hole by hole and just kind of stick with what I've been doing.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the morning.
Thanks, Todd.
Randall, this tournament a year ago, he was the second-ranked player of the world. He's now down to 11th. You can be forgotten pretty quickly out there. You can get run over inside of a year. This looks to me like a reminder as to who he is and what he's capable of. Remember, this guy won 2 majors in his first 8 tries at the major championships. Special player, potentially, particularly if he can putt like this.
Look, I talk all the time about what differentiates good players from great players on the PGA Tour, and by and large, it is their ability to separate themselves with their iron play. But in terms of the big picture, career-wise, I don't think there's any greater predictor, and I've said this quite a few times.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Yeah.
Of great success than winning major championships early. He is the only player in the history of golf that has won 2 majors in his first attempt in those majors. So to our point about being a quick study, but again, winning major championships early on. You go back to Gene Sayers, and we go way back to Bobby Jones, certainly to Jack Nicklaus and Seve Ballesteros and Tiger Woods, and I dare say Jerry Pate was on his way to the Hall of Fame if he wasn't derailed by injury. It is rare when somebody comes out with the requisite skills and the composure necessary to play their best golf in the biggest moments. Those two are not braided together ordinarily. You can have the skills, but it takes a little while to gain the composure and have that sort of maturity in that discipline. So, what was so frustrating for him last year was obviously he was still hitting the ball beautifully, not quite as sharp as the year before, but he just didn't have the support around and on the greens. You look at his 6-shot lead. Todd's right to ask the question, because everybody remembers Norman with a 6-shot lead, losing it. Nobody's going to ever forget that. But Dustin Johnson also lost a 6-shot lead at the WGC HSBC. Sergio Garcia lost a 6-shot lead at the Wells Fargo. But those golf courses were not Kapalua. The fairways at Kapalua are as wide as the Amazon River. I don't know if we can call these shots up. I don't know if they're ready, but if you were watching the 13 tee shot today, if you were watching the 18 tee shot today of Collin Morikawa, they were big flares out to the right. We'll pull them up at some point in the show, and they still didn't miss the fairway. The largest lead lost on this golf course was by Gary Woodland, who had a 3-shot lead and went out and shot 68. Xander Schauffele shot 62 and came from way back and beat him. But it's rare that leads are lost on this golf course, because it is it may well be over the last 7 years the most leader-friendly golf course that they play on the PGA Tour.
Course record here is 61. It's going to take 61, maybe 60 tomorrow to run down Collin Morikawa.
Well, that's just assuming that Collin Morikawa doesn't go out there and carry on doing what he's been doing. I haven't seen a whole lot of evidence in his 3 years of playing professional golf that he suffers from the spotlight or the lead.
Back to your point about winning majors young. Morikawa, 2 majors in his first 8 major starts. The fewest number of major starts to get to 2 major victories since, you mentioned him, Bobby Jones in 1926. For what it's worth, Tiger needed 18 to win his first 2 majors, and Collin, to back up what you said, just the second to win the PGA Championship and the Open before the age of 25. The other was Tiger Woods.
Hence why we were talking so much about his game falling off, even though his game didn't fall off precipitously. It's just that he'd gone 26 events without a win. His last win was the Open Championship. And given the fact that he had done so much so early, it was a little bit surprising that his game could fall off to that degree.